Welcome to On This Day, where we look back at the moments that made history, one day at a time. From major world events to the weird and unexpected, every date has a story. So, what happened on 10th of July? Let's find out. July 10th is one of those dates where the timeline feels especially rich, full of dramatic turning points, scientific leaps, world premieres, and even a few chaotic weather moments. Whether it's the battlefield, the big screen, or breakthroughs in space, July 10th has proven time and again that history doesn't take a summer break. Let's start in 1940 when the Battle of Britain began. German forces launched an air assault on the United Kingdom, aiming to weaken British defenses for a planned invasion. But the Royal Air Force held strong. Over the next few months, they would change the course of World War II, and the phrase, "never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few," would go down in history. Jumping forward to 1962, something truly out of this world happened. The United States launched Telstar 1, the first active communications satellite capable of transmitting live television, telephone, and data signals. It paved the way for the global connectivity we now take for granted, from live news to international calls. Back in 1925, a Tennessee courtroom became the stage for one of the most famous legal battles in U.S. history, the Scopes monkey trial. A high school teacher named John Scopes was accused of illegally teaching evolution. The trial sparked national debate between science and religion, featuring dramatic speeches, media frenzy, and the rise of courtroom theater. On July 10, 1999, the U.S. women's national soccer team won the FIFA Women's World Cup in front of over 90,000 fans at the Rose Bowl. Brandi Chastain's winning penalty kick, followed by her unforgettable celebration, became a defining moment for women's sports. It wasn't just a victory on the field, it was a cultural statement. In 1985, the Greenpeace ship Rainbow Warrior was sunk by French intelligence agents in New Zealand. The vessel had been preparing to protest nuclear testing in the Pacific. One crew member died in the attack, and the event sparked international outrage. It also revealed just how far governments were willing to go, even against peaceful activists. Now, here's a creative twist. On July 10, 1965, the Rolling Stones hit #1 in the US for the first time with "I Can't Get No Satisfaction." That iconic riff wasn't just a chart topper, it defined a generation. And it was written, believe it or not, in a hotel room on a cassette recorder in the middle of the night. Back in 1927, the silent film Wings wrapped production. Just a year later, it would go on to win the first ever Academy Award for Best Picture. It's easy to forget just how massive an impact early cinema had. But this movie about World War I fighter pilots helped launch Hollywood's love affair with action and drama in the skies. Love discovering what happened on this day in history? Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's swing back to 1973, when the Bahamas officially gained independence from the United Kingdom. After centuries of colonial rule, the island nation stepped into sovereignty and celebrated with parades, dancing, and a lot of national pride. Today, July 10th is Bahamian Independence Day, and it's still one of the country's biggest holidays. In 1980, a heat wave in the United States reached its deadly peak, eventually claiming over 100 to 200 lives across the country. The 1980 heat wave remains one of the most intense and lethal in U.S. history, reminding us just how powerful and dangerous extreme weather can be. Now, hop over to 2018 when the world breathed a collective sigh of relief. On this day, the final members of the Thai boys soccer team were rescued from a flooded cave after being trapped for more than 2 weeks. The international rescue mission involved divers, engineers, and specialists from around the world. It was risky, emotional, and in the end, a triumph of teamwork and humanity. In 1871, Marcel Proust was born in France. The author of In Search of Lost Time would go on to become one of the most influential writers of the 20th century. His reflections on memory, time, and identity continue to inspire literature lovers and philosophers alike, and though yes, the books are famously long. Back in 1040, Lady Godiva supposedly rode naked through the streets of Coventry, England, to protest oppressive taxation by her husband. Whether it really happened or not, the story stuck. And over time, it's become part of English folklore, art, and plenty of cheeky references. In 1991, Boris Yeltsin was sworn in as the first elected president of Russia after the fall of the Soviet Union. His term wasn't without chaos, but his election marked a dramatic shift toward a new, and at times uncertain, chapter in Russian history. The Cold War may have ended, but the world was still figuring out what came next. And finally, in 2015, the New Horizons spacecraft made its closest approach to Pluto, sending back the first ever high-resolution images of the dwarf planet. It was a moment space fans had waited nearly a decade for, and it didn't disappoint. Pluto, long considered an icy mystery at the edge of our solar system, suddenly became a world full of mountains, plains, and unexpected beauty. That's what happened on 10th of July throughout history. Made it this far? Drop your favorite historical fact in the comments. Learn something new? Hit subscribe and come back tomorrow. You never know what the past has in store.